I don't know, Chris. I'm just going to feel alone because nobody loves me and no one will save me.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, it is a new episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Some Do. My name is Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And today we're going to do, count them, two movies that are out there in the world for you to watch. First, we are going to take time to go through Hulu's new movie, No One Will Save You, starring Kaitlyn Dever.
I say it like this. When you're born, when you're a little baby, there's a million yous you could be. Doctor, lawyer, bank robber, happy, sad, all different kinds of versions of you. And then you start going through life, and you make this choice, this one, that one. And one by one, those versions sort of go off, like they die in a sort of way. And then finally, you end up who you is. The end.
You really think that?
Maybe. Maybe I'm just trying to make $100.
Good job, Neil. It's good clip.
I know, it's a great clip. And to be honest, she's the only person really in the entire movie, except for one other person that we see a lot of, and that is the alien. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sound a lot like that. Right?
I mean, exactly. I was like, man, what are they saying, Chris? What are they saying?
I think we'll find out sooner or later.
No idea.
Yeah.
Then the second movie that we're reviewing this week, guys, is the one that is, I don't think it's number one at the box office. I think it's still like a bunch of people are fighting it out.
Yeah, it's like six or something.
Yeah, but we'll talk about it here in a little bit, and it's called Dumb Money, which talks about Wall Street bets, if you know about that, and the
subreddit, it's Wall Street Bets,
and the GameStop. Yeah. But we'll talk about that later. Featuring a man that we've seen a lot of in a lot of good movies. Let's be honest, this guy is just rocking. If you could have a good career or have any career where you're like super good at every movie, but nobody really notices you out in public, that's this guy. And his name is Paul Dano.
This is not how this was supposed to go. I had it all planned out. We were gonna be safe here. We could watch the whole thing together.
Watch what?
Everything! It was all there. You mean you didn't figure it out? Oh, you're really not as smart as I thought you were. I guess I gave you too much credit.
What have you done?
What's black and blue and dead all over?
That's Paul Dano as the Riddler in Batman.
The Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
The Batman.
Hey,
the Batman. Batman's 1989. Yeah. The Batman.
The Batman. He's not called the Riddler in that. They don't even use that term for him, do they?
No, they don't. They just have the question marks everywhere and stuff like that.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to call him by the name. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to think of what Gotham, the TV show, was good, and I don't think they called them by half of the names.
And they didn't call him Enigma, that like Mr. Enigma, right?
Well, that's his real name.
Yeah,
Edward Enigma.
Okay.
Enigma. Yeah. Or the Riddler's name, I should say. Also, in this movie, this is a long list, guys. So I'm trying to make these clips as short as possible. Here we go. Pete Davidson.
When I used to live with my mom, I just thought she was annoying. I thought she was annoying, and she cock-blocked my masturbation time. That's all. Because she was the room next door, so every time I would get it going, I would like hear her sneeze and it would throw off my timing. And I'm like, I can't finish now. Mommy's sick. She might need these tissues.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry. I had to do a stand-up one because I knew I could get 20 seconds.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
And then, of course, the great Seth Rogen.
Hey! Oh, yeah, look.
What's the problem?
I'll tell you the problem.
What?
You're the problem, man. You're everything that's wrong with this fucking country. Because you're an old, rich, white piece of shit, and your media conglomerate is ruining this planet.
Enough.
I'm done anyway. I had more time with you than I thought I would. So joke's on you. Excuse me. Thank you.
Yeah, that's from The Long Shot.
The Long Shot.
Basically talking
that
to
was a great little
the
clip.
fictitious version of the Roger Ailes, or what's the guy's name from?
Yeah, we'll go with Roger Ailes on that. Yeah. And also the wonderful, the great, one of my favorite little clips of the entire.
I'm so glad you picked it too. So glad you picked it.
It's one of my favorite clips of all time because it's when he was disappointed by going to Indianapolis and the steak shop was closed, and he went to a diner and was presented with this, and this is what he said, Mr. Nick Offerman.
This isn't a steak. Why would you call it that on your menu?
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Just give me all the bacon and eggs you have. Wait. I worry what you just heard was, give me a lot of bacon and eggs. What I said was, give me all the bacon and eggs you have. Do you understand?
It's like when they see Ron Swanson walk in, JJ's like, shut down the kitchen.
Shut down the kitchen. Shut down the kitchen. Also, from one of my favorite shows, and she's been on television with us for at least 20 years now.
Ugly Betty, right? She was in
Ugly Betty, and then Superstore, and then all the great. I mean, she's in the #1 movie of all time at this point, Barbie.
Yeah, she was in Barbie.
Yeah. I was going to go with the Barbie clip, but I was trying to make the clips very small. So, America Fererra.
Kill yourself.
What?
Kill yourself. No, you don't get to talk right now. I am so tired. I have slept 90 minutes in 3 days. The lining of my uterus is coming out in clumps. I have hemorrhoids so big that my doctor looked at my and said, whoa. Have you ever had a doctor look at your and say that? I am wearing frozen diapers so that my doesn't fall out. Okay?
I was just.
Why haven't you killed yourself?
Yeah, it's good shit.
I love that, especially since Glenn is played by one of the kids in the hall, which is one of my favorite comedy shows that ever existed. And man, in my experience. And then 2 more actors that I actually found a clip of the 2 of them together: Sebastian Stan and Shailene Woodley.
I just started to feel pain listening to myself talk to you.
No, that's because you're in my suffer zone.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
Oh, dear God. I never had a suffer zone. I mean, I suffer everywhere, but I would like to keep it to a zone, if I could.
Yeah, you should probably leave now.
Oh, okay.
Before I destroy you with my radioactive sadness.
But you already did. Because now I know you're here, so I have to deal with that fact, but I guess I'll just try and deal with it here. This is good, right?
You're gonna have to move another step. I'm sorry. It's still too close.
Yeah, that's good clip, dude. I mean,
that was adorable. That was adorable. I've never seen that movie, and now I want to watch it. There's like 3 movies that because I was going through clips that I now want to see that I've never seen. I've never seen The Descendants. Did you ever see that?
Yeah, well, George Clooney. Yeah, absolutely.
With George.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah, I never saw that movie. I never saw that movie.
Watch it, dude. It's good.
Yeah, I now it's in my that and that movie, Ending Beginning, are both movies now in my repertoire of movies that I think it's because before we did the movie podcast, I didn't really deep dive into rom-coms or movies that made me think or feel, and you're the one that influenced that. I mean, come on. Remember, the first time I watched Lady Bird was with you, and I
Yeah.
said, I'm not an angst teenage girl. I cannot take part in that movie. I don't know. I don't understand that movie to me. And but now, if I was probably to watch Lady Bird, I'd probably cry my little eyes out. I'd probably be like, it's so sad. So, Chris, thank you for giving me emotion.
You're welcome.
But so that's Dumb Money. That is the second movie that we're going to be doing. Chris, tell them where we are.
You can find us online, moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're at w2mnet.com. That's W2, number 2, imagesandmoviesnet.com. You can find our podcast there. Orange Month others. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck podcast. We're on Twitter at MTS Podcast. We're on Instagram, MTS Podcast. Find us on Patreon, patreon.com/moviesdon'tsuck. If you guys want to give us a little bit of money, Neil can get a value meal at Wendy's or whatever. Yeah, or if you guys want to buy a shirt with our logo on it or our faces on it, go to bonfire.com/moviesdon'tsuck and something to do. You'll find our stuff on there, a whole bunch of other stuff Neil has made. Also, if you guys are listening to us on a podcast app, go and subscribe. That way, when when we upload the episode, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, whenever I get to it, it'll be ready waiting for you when you get to your phone or your listening device. And where you find podcasts, find Movies Don't Suck and something to do. Neil, who are we talking about today?
Today, we're going to talk about something we have never talked about before. Kenny's Auto Accessories and Collision Center, located at 7620 East 42nd Place, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now, you can go to their place, and what they do is they do everything. They take care of tires, seats, wheels, rims. Like, look, they put heaters in your seat if you need them.
Nice.
They make the leather they make screens for the back of your rides if you want. They make the leather there themselves. These people originate in making nice seats looking better and nice cars looking better. Like, they will deck out your trucks, they'll deck out your cars, and it's a really weird story because what happened was Kenny began in an aftermarket audio business back in 97. The company he worked for had only 6 employees. They installed tape decks and hi-fi stereos. These guys literally, Kenny started, fast forward to kind of like today, Kenny has his own company. He has 18 employees strong with over 100 years of experience between them. They live and work in the community and take pride in not only selling the right product for what you need, but they also service every type of product sold in their product line. Their product line has increased to there are too many to count. Literally too many counts.
Yeah.
Any kind of accessories they need that they'll build it for the customer, and the customer service there is ridiculous. I just went there, had some work done on the Hulk, which is my Ford Explorer, my big green truck. And they were I'm telling you, dude, this is why I'm talking about them, because they were like the nicest mechanic people I have talked to ever.
So they didn't try to fuck you, right?
No, they didn't F me at all. Actually, I got out of there really cheap. And other people, even a minute. Other people have said, like this one here, I took my truck for cameras and I talked to Ben, the general manager. He is knowledgeable, so polite. The work, the people, everything over there has shown imperially in performance, totally worth 5 stars. This one here's another one. I had a great experience with all the people I spoke with at Kenny's. They were able to install the system in my VW that let me lock and unlock my vehicles remotely. Like, these people have all the things. So guys, if you're in Tulsa area and you need to get your car repaired, go to Kenny's Auto Accessories and Collision Center, or you can just check them out their website at kennystulsa.com.
It's always good to see good mechanics of it. Like a lot of them they'll try to fuck you big time, but not kidding.
I know, especially when you're like us, and I walked in there and I had like I had a pro wrestling T-shirt on, wearing a Star Wars hat. Like you usually see somebody like us, they're gonna try and take advantage of it.
Speaking of your hat you're wearing now, Bucky's, I came back from Texas and I stopped there. And
when did you go to Texas?
The last weekend.
Oh, and you didn't stop by my house. I see how you are.
No, I told
That's
you.
Okay.
No, we had.
It's okay. I get it.
It took us 35.
Supposedly, I have no friends.
It took us 35, dude. But we did some Bucky's, and it's cool. I know a lot of people love it. A lot of people love Bucky's. I kind of get it. But,
I kind of don't get it, to be very honest, because it's just a store.
Yeah,
to me.
it's
just like a store with a lot of gas.
But you got their hats though.
Yeah, well, I got the hat because it was available and it was only like $10.
Oh yeah,
you know how weird it is for me to find a fitted hat that actually feels comfortable on my head.
Oh yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, and this is a fitted hat that feels comfortable on my head.
Oh, it's fitted, so it's okay.
Yeah, it is not. It's not a snapback or anything. Right here.
Look at that.
See?
Oh, is it okay? Oh, it's got that little cloth thing. It's got that little cloth thing. Okay, I got one of those upstairs. I should have been wearing it right now, but I don't give a fuck anymore.
No, you want to look more like the gray alien. I get it.
Yeah, absolutely. But
talking about gray aliens, I think we got some gray aliens to talk about, don't we?
Let's talk No Will Save You, directed by Brian Duffield. This is his first big movie he's directed, I guess, big movie. But he's most known for he wrote that Babysitter Killer Queen, the sequel to The Babysitter, Love and Monsters, which we talked about on the show. Mm-hmm. And now he also wrote the episodes for Skull Island, that Netflix series.
Yes.
And now he did No One Will Save You on Hulu. This stars Kaitlyn Dever as Bryn.
I see it like this.
And then... yeah, so they have
just a bunch of aliens.
Yeah, it's all these other basically are extras almost. Yeah, why don't you read the storyline for No One Will Save You?
Is there a storyline on this one?
Yeah,
I think it's pretty easy. If it is, it's going to be like dots. All I got are dots. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
And an exhaled, anxiety-ridden homebody must battle an alien who's found its way into her home.
It's a little more than that, but yeah, that's basically just how it starts out.
Yeah, way more than that. But the thing is, if you give away too much, you're giving away pretty much the whole fucking movie. Because this is the thing we're gonna say about this movie. I'm gonna just start this one off, if I could, please.
Yeah.
Nobody talks in this entire movie.
Yeah, there's 8 lines of dialogue, and I think most of the lines are just.
Oh wait! I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I did not change the graphics. I didn't get into this thing.
Fine.
I am so sorry. Yeah. Okay. First, boom. Let's change our background. There we go. Mm-hmm. And then second, let's go straight to the first thing, which is the thing you just said. There are only 8 words spoken throughout the entire film.
I know you gotta figure it out. Some of that squeaking I can hear on your side.
What?
The squeaking?
Oh, is it still?
Yeah.
Gosh dang it! I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm just too close to my desk. That's my problem.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, you were moving it with your belly. You're like, okay, gotcha. All right.
Yeah. No. Well, no. I was moving, and it just. I'm sorry. I got it. Okay. I got the squeaky parts. Cool. Okay. Anyway, back to what we were talking about.
Sorry.
No One Will Save You. This movie only has 8 words spoken through the entire film.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it is only an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So don't let that deprive you. Don't be like, oh, this is a quiet movie. No, this is not a quiet movie. Because here, I will read, because usually we have a quote part. I did write some of the dialect down. All right?
Yeah. Let's do that. You can do that right now.
Yeah. Oh, that one. Yep. Oh. Yeah. No. So the aliens do talk, and then like there's sound effects.
And Kaitlyn does like she does humming and stuff like that. Like the beginning felt a lot like the beginning of Pee-wee's Adventure. Pee-wee's Adventure.
Yeah. Pee-wee's Adventure. Way to go there.
Yeah.
Now, this movie is not boring by any means.
Not at all.
Just because there's no dialect. All right. This movie is very much. There is really like a lot of good things going on. And this movie, Chris, what do you think about it before I jump to these?
So, I liked it. It's very singular vision of this one. It is really, you can tell that the director definitely has a style. And I can understand. I can understand. I wasn't bored. There's always something happening, and I really like the way that it revealed itself over time.
Mm-hmm.
You sort of get to learn more about Bryn and what she's been through. I'm still trying to wrap my brain around the ending a bit. I'm not going to give anything away about it, but for the most part, I found this to be a really cool movie. It was okay. Like, but again, I'm also I'm trying to get the idea of I have a real problem with people legitimize movies because on the streaming, and so and when we see something like this, you're like, it's a little movie, but it's cool. You know what I mean? So I liked it, but I'm still trying to wrap my brain around the ending, I think.
Okay. I'm not trying to wrap my brain around the ending because after I watched the movie, I went and watched like 20 different videos on the ending to get my head wrapped around it. And I love the whole concept of the entire movie. I like that it is literally from beginning to end. It's kind of like somebody's trial and tragedy of them trying to figure out what their life is coming to, especially being in a life of such tragedy.
It's a good, interesting way to also frame it, to bring in aliens in it, like alien invasion.
Right.
And I mean, do you like? I have a hard time not comparing this to Nope, even though it's completely different.
Right.
But that's the biggest.
It's completely different than Nope, but at the same time, it does have that thing where it just slowly shows you that aliens are involved, even though it's very clearly aliens are involved from anything that you see reviewing this movie.
And it's not like they're aliens. Part is really cool, but they use it as a framing device for Bryn's trauma. You know,
right?
And that's what I thought was super interesting about it. It's a fun movie too.
And then there's for people that are into the action adventure part, I know it sounds like we're just talking about feelings a lot. There's plenty of action adventure. I'm telling you, there's one point where an alien gets blown up in a fucking car on fire.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we're talking. There are great, and even though this movie only has 8 words in it, there is no problems with this. It's got emotion, it's got action. It is actually a really good movie that is just visually well. And by any means, just because they don't say words directly, they're still like we said, screaming, loud noises, people killing each other, you know.
It's creepy at points, you know. It's got spookiness too.
Exactly.
Exactly. And so if you like those alien abduction movies, I think you'll find a lot about this. Not like Fire in the Sky, which scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. But this is better than that, I think. God, that movie scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. Fire in the Sky. God,
yeah. So, okay, let me read some quotes real quick.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's about it. That's about it.
Okay, cool.
That's about it.
All right.
Oh, and I'm sorry. And that's it.
Real quick,
That's literally.
I do want to mention. We'll talk Kaitlyn Dever's acting a bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's great. She did the silent.
She knocked it out of the park.
Yeah,
she's the reason this movie worked so well. Was how much emotion that she distressed over. Like she did embarrassment. She did fear. She did happiness. She did like joy. Like there's
sadness,
all the different rainbows of emotion. She literally had it on her face.
Imagine getting the script and it's just 3 pages. There's a lot of moving around. So I commend the vision of the director for coming up with something that doesn't need a whole lot of dialogue. That's kind of the point of it, you know?
Right.
But my score on this, I guess I'm gonna give 3.6, 3.7. It's a good little movie.
I'm going to give it a little bit more than that. I'm glad you were, that low, because I'm going to give it a little bit more than that. Because it's not to put you down or anything like that. It is literally because I believe the creativeness of being able to do a movie like this with only 8 words spoken through the entire film to keep me not falling asleep on the couch while I'm watching this, that I'm fully engaged. It was exactly what I loved about this movie. I'm going to give this a 4.
Okay.
I'm going to think, I think this was really well done, awesomely.
Okay, well.
Oh, hey, just talking about this for a second. I looked over in our chat system, and it looks like Patricia has said that it was a great movie, too, that she loved it as it was a great silent movie that kept you on the edge. That's exactly.
I actually thought about silent film while I was watching this. I mean, I had the volume up still. but yeah, it's a fun movie. I recommend it.
Trisha said, I give it an 8 at least. We do a rating system 1 through 5, Patricia. So
0 through 5 actually, 0 through 5.
Yeah, so 4 is pretty much like an 8.
Yeah.
I'd say. Yeah.
So you an 8, I give it like a C plus, I guess. I mean, I liked it. It's just
what they say about it on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh yeah, so guys, every episode we I guess the Rotten Tomatoes score, the audience and the critics. It's on RottenTomatoes.com. What's the audience score for No One Will Save You?
Gosh, I'm gonna have to say it has to be 81%.
59%.
What the effing hell?
Yeah. What is the critic score for No One Will Save You?
Man, I don't know. I'm like just 100% don't know what to say now. Critics score 72%.
Certified Fresh with 81%.
So they had the 81.
Yeah,
I should have flipped it.
You're a critic now, so you're on line with them now.
Oh no!
Critic consensus is
don't call me that. Don't call me the C word, bro.
A home invasion thriller with an extraterrestrial twist. No One Will Save You serves as a more genre fun from writer-director Brian Duffield. Improves Kaitlyn Dever, doesn't need his dialogue to command the screen. All right, I'm going to read a good review and a bad review and a good review of this movie. Mm-hmm. So from Benjamin Lee of The Guardian, he says, by the end of the rambling mess of the last act, it's clear that no one could have saved this. Fuck you. And this is from...
What?
Yeah, I know. This is from Valerie Complex of Deadline Hollywood Daily. She says, this nearly dialogueless feat is entirely carried by Dever's performance, which is 100% true. So this is No One Will Save You. If you guys really want to get saved by this movie, save your evening with a good movie, go to Hulu. It's on Hulu, and they're putting out good stuff. You know, it's good to see Hulu put out a movie that everyone, could see.
I know you really want to see it. I know you want to see it twice, 3 times.
3 times. Neil's pulling up news, guys. If you didn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing my thing where I'm pulling up all the stuff for the news segment. But I think I have enough that I can go with that. So, Chris, would you like to hear some news?
Let's do it.
All right. This is The Movies Don't Suck and Some of Them News. I read stuff to Chris. He has to act like he likes it, or I get to beat him with a hammer.
So I know one thing that happened. We need to get that out of the way first.
Sir Michael Gambon. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Gambon?
I think Gambon.
Okay, Sir Michael Gambon, prolific actor, and we all know him as the one and only, the second Dumbledore, has passed away at the age of 82 years old. So that has to be the first thing out of the gate. 82 years to me that's a good time on this planet.
Yeah.
Legendary actor. He was known for Dumbledore. Gambon has had a successful career spanning over 6 decades, appearing in over 170 TV and movie productions. Some of them notable roles: The King's Speech and The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. He portrayed one of your favorites, which is a poster you have hanging on your wall.
I modified to put my face on Steve's face.
Yes, I did, because I love you. His portrayal of Albus Dumbledore in Harry Potter franchise made him widely recognized and beloved. Social media has been filled with tributes, and fans and fellow stars mourning his loss. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in power.
Sir Michael Gambon.
Yeah, he was in that. Now, do you want to talk about the jubilation also? The very happy news that happened on Friday, Saturday.
What happened on Friday?
The writer's strike is now over.
Oh my God, Chris, why do you always do this to me? I'm about to say something and you're just, I know I did it on purpose. I knew you. The writer's strike has officially ended after a tentative deal was reached. Now, if you guys know, what happened was for months they were going back and forth, and the negotiations have finally come to the contract between the WGA and the AMPTP, the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producer, has progressed and has been signed. AI can't write. This is what the details are. AI can't write or rewrite literally material, and AI generated material will not be considered source material under the NBA. Meaning that AI generated material can't be used to undermine a writer's credit or supported rights. A writer can choose to use AI when performing writing services if the company consents and provided that the writer follows applicable company policies, but the company cannot require the writer to use AI software, e.g. ChatGPT, when performing writing services. The company must disclose to the writer if any materials given to the writer has been generated by AI or incorporated by AI general material. The WGA reserves the right to assert the exploitation of writers' material to train AI is prohibited by NBA or any other law.
Yes. Yeah.
So, also, streaming features, when a feature-length project is made for streaming with a budget of $30 million or more, the minimal initial compensation for story and teleplay is $100,000, and then an 18% increase from that rate.
Great. Fantastic.
So I mean, like, and you can go more in depth if you want. There's so much to go into depth about this. I mean, there's literally like 10 more paragraphs I'd have to read.
But check it out
just to get it all. But go check it out. The writer's strike has ended. They have come to an end.
Now we've seen the actors thing that happened. That's going to be next on the list before we actually get to see.
You know what? Talking about that, Chris.
Yeah.
SAG and AFTRA is set to negotiate on Monday to get their strike over.
Fucking hope so, man.
Well,
I gotta say, man, I'm pretty happy about Sundays. That last week tonight's coming back on Sunday. So I get to see my John Oliver talk about the 9 months.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Sunday?
Yeah, I'm happy.
I got a pay-per-view to watch with some buddies of mine because it's my buddy Logan's birthday.
Oh.
He doesn't listen to the podcast, but happy birthday, Logan. Is on the 30th, so I'm going to be watching wrestling. But I'll watch it when I get home.
Yeah. But they talk Monday with the Robert Iger's face, I guess, maybe. They talk to you about that.
Nice.
One. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I fucking love John Oliver. He's one of my favorites. Yeah. All right, let's get into other news, fun news. Let's talk some more fun stuff. No One Will Save You director is already in talks of a possibility of a sequel.
Maybe. I can see that.
Brian Duffel isn't a big fan of sequels, but he may be open to making a follow-up due to the success that he's already having with No One Will Save You.
Here's a check.
While he has no plans... He has no plans yet. Mentioned that he would consider returning to the world on film in a few years' time if there is enough demand from you viewers. So go watch the movie.
Make it happen.
Say, hey, do this again. Make this happen again. I mean, we got Quiet Place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now. How many?
I think there's
Quiet
Places do we have? Fourth one, third one. I don't remember. Yeah, whatever. We'll watch it, whatever it is.
James Gunn insists that Creature Commandos, which is the movie from DCU, will mark the beginning of what's canon in his and Peter Safran's DCU.
Oh, so Toxic Avengers. Wait, Toxic Avengers, is that coming out in DC?
No, we'll talk about that here in a minute, so don't jump on that too much.
Sorry.
But he's made it very clear that Jason Momoa can continue as Aquaman in the Gunn and Safran's DCU, despite rumors of him playing Lobo. Others confirmed actors in DCU include Xylo Merrin as Blue Beetle, Viola Davis as Amanda Waller, John Cena as Peacemaker. Those for sure are staying.
And that's all you want, really? That's all you care about?
John Cena's Pacemaker, dude. If you don't have a funny bone in your body, that's the only reason you would not like John Cena Pacemaker. That is one of the funniest things I've ever watched.
Like I've said, John Cena, even if I like the thing he's in, I always like him in it, no matter what it is. So,
dude, he's amazing. Did you see that video of John Cena the other day where somebody was chasing him around with a video, like recording him?
No.
That some YouTuber, and was like, oh, John Cena, and he's like, dude, it's very disrespectful that you started recording me without asking permission. And he goes, so I will not do anything for you because you did not ask my permission.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, by any means, this is John Cena.
Yeah.
This dude could knock you the fuck out if he wanted to right now.
Yeah.
He could knock you out. No problem. Easily.
Send
The
you the
guy
moon.
gets beat up for a living. And he was just so cordial and nice about it, even though this guy was like, camera in your face, camera in your face.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, you didn't ask my permission. I'd have been more than happy to do something, but you didn't ask my permission.
Yeah. Well, John Cena, I love you. I'm not going to film you without permission.
Oh, I'm going to hit like John Cena. I'm going to beat you like John Cena. I'm going to... Oh, famous rap song. I guess you don't know it. Anyway. Hey, are you guys looking to buy something for Neil for his birthday, even though it's been like 10 days past? Well, here's the chance right now. Freddy versus Jason props are heading to auction on Saturday from the estate of the special effects makeup wizard Bill Turkus. Now, Freddy versus Jason Bill, including the original Freddy display head, the Jason cowl, and are being off on iCollector with high bids of $700, $550. The memorabilia comes from the estate of the special effects makeup artist, Bill Terzakis, who worked on various films in addition to Freddy versus Jason. The auction begins on September 30th and includes items such as Jason's on-screen machete and collectible movie scripts. The Friday the 13th franchise also being resurrected for NBC's Peacock streaming service as well.
Real quick, Neilhausen, did you like your gift from me?
Oh, freaking Dana. I've showed that to 100 people. If you don't know, you can go to my Facebook, or you can go to my Instagram, Twitter. I don't know where I posted it. I posted it everywhere. It's not. Oh, it's on my YouTube too. I saved it to my YouTube channel as well. It's on my YouTube channel, so you can go look it right now. But literally, yeah, I loved it. Danhausen, and I mean, you told him a little too much information, I think. A little too much. Maybe not tell him I was hungover for 18 hours.
I see you slept.
You partied too much. You're going for 18 hours.
But yeah,
understandable.
Yeah, I got Neil a cameo for Danhausen for his birthday.
Yeah,
so.
And he said movies that don't suck and some that do. You can definitely use that at some point in the future if you want to edit it.
Yeah.
But yes, I loved it. Thank you, man. I know I only said thank you through a chat message, but yeah, dude, that was amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I showed that to everyone. I was at Alice in Chains that night, and I showed it to everybody at Alice in Chains. I was like, "Who cares about Alice in Chains? Here's Danhausen."
So did it get sent to you? I don't. It was just sent to my email, but it got sent to your phone, right? When it was ready, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, what is this?
I was like, yeah. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
I loved it. I loved it. Thank you. Red Sonja producer says that that's going to be a lot darker than the original movie because it's getting the reboot in 2024, promising profound and dark narrative layer with a focus on restrained and thoughtful use of CGI only.
Okay.
So they're going to try to do the big monsters and stuff, but try to use more practical effects.
I'm all about that.
Which that's awesome.
Yeah, I like that.
I think people should use more practical effects.
Yeah.
Because I love CGI because it gives us the ability to do things that we've never been able to do in film.
Especially like all those Marvel movies, all those super movies would look like shit in 1991 with CGI, but now they look fantastic. You know?
Yeah, I mean, like if you go back and look at Spawn from the 90s,
God damn,
and the CGI they use there, dude,
it's just like
if you'd have just used some practical effects, dude.
Yeah. Do you think
it could be like Star Wars, because like Star Wars still looks good from the 70s, and it's because they used practical effects to make it look good.
Do you think that they would need to remake Spawn?
I actually have a story on that.
Good. We'll get to that.
The Academy Museum will be gifting a replacement Oscar for Gone with the Wind actress Hayley McDaniel. If you don't know, her Oscar was stolen from the Howard University The supporting actress won it in 1940, which went missing 60 years ago.
Good damn.
And they will be replacing the Oscar finally for her, so people can go on display to go see it.
Nice.
And I think that's just a heart-filled, happy story.
Thank you.
Everybody knows what they want Chris Pratt to do in the DC movies.
What is it?
They want him to be Booster Gold.
You have to tell me who Booster Gold is.
Okay, Booster Gold is a guy that works at a museum in the future who literally stole technology to go back to the past, and literally goes back to the past and uses new technology from the 30th century to try to make himself a famous superhero.
That's something he could do.
Yeah, and believe me, it's a comedy but serious character at some points. But I'm just like, man, okay.
I would watch that for sure.
I know you would. You'd watch it because I'd make you watch it.
Yeah, that's right.
There's no way I'm not making you
strap
watch
me in a
Booster
chair
Gold
and you put like stoppers and my eyelids can't close. Yeah,
I'll get it.
You'll
I'll put it all in your head.
orange it for me. It's
You know what?
What's that?
Surely you can't be serious. I am serious.
Don't call me Shirley. Yeah.
Was almost not said by Leslie Nielsen. Do you know who the actor was that was originally going to play that part?
Who?
David Letterman.
That would have been interesting.
David Letterman auditioned for the lead role, and he said, I tried. They wanted me because I was so popular at the time, which at the time he had the Late Show and stuff like that. But he just sucked. He said, I am not an actor. They did ask me to do it, but I just said I'm not an actor.
Leslie Nielsen. I mean, without him, what would it be? Yeah.
Oh, God, I love Leslie. I've watched at least one Leslie Nielsen movie every couple of weeks. Like Somewhere in There, Airplane, Naked Gun. I don't know.
Dracula Dead and Loving It.
Dracula Dead and Loving It. I was going to say that. Sleepy Hollow reboot. Writer promises to uncover the uncharted sections of the book that no one ever talks about. Lindy Anderson Beer is said to offer a fresh, unique perspective on Washington Irving's The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, diving into neglected fragments of the narrative and uncovering unexplained corners of the story.
So, I mean, I love the Tim Burton one. Like, that one's I love that movie. It's good. It's great. Good one. Do you like that one more or the Disney animated one more?
Man, actually, to be honest, I don't think there's a version of Sleepy Hollow I'm not a fan of.
Yeah.
Like, even the TV show, I was a fan of it.
Yeah.
I watched it. So, I don't know.
It seems very up your alley, by the way. Like even with the orange background, red background going on, it seems very Sleepy Hollow-like. And I know you're super excited for Halloween, and we're almost in October. So
what? Really? Am I? Why would I be? What? I'm super excited. What makes you think that, Chris?
You post on I like it. You post basically a meme every day about Halloween coming up.
My wife is actually, just for fun, for shits and giggles, is working in a haunted house.
Dude, I want to do that. I really want to do that.
Yeah,
but
she wanted to do it forever, and I told her about my experiences about working in a haunted house when I lived in Indianapolis.
Oh, you a hunter?
I was Freddy Cougar.
Oh, dude, I bet you loved it.
I had a full outfit and everything. It got stolen out of a car I had in when I was with this band. But literally, I had a full Freddy Cougar glove, hat, all the way above, and I always like talk like this. I'd be like, "Hello, kitties."
And it was it fun?
My little meatballs. Oh, I loved it. I made a grown lady fall down in mud in fetal position, pee and poop and puke all at the same time.
You're like, that's why I do this.
It's like, that's why I did it. Yeah. And I got a bonus for each one of those.
Nice.
Anyway, the Toxic Avenger remake. First reactions have come through.
People like it.
The upcoming remake of the Toxic Avenger is just as wild as the 1984 original, according to first reactions at the 2023 Fantastic Fest. Peter Dinklage gives a standout performance as Winston Goose, aka the Toxic Avenger, with the ensemble cast perfectly cast. The film described as gory, funny, crazy and unconventional, combining over the top energy and tone with lots of gore and surprising amount of heart.
Yeah, I saw who Elijah Wood playing the well, he looks like he's a villain, creepy as fuck, and just knowing that Macon Blair was the director and one of the writers just makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lloyd Kaufman, Lloyd Kaufman of Trauma fame, he's yeah, it's fucking awesome.
I do. I can't wait to see it. But Toxic Avenger is one of my favorite. I got to go back and watch them. I haven't watched them in a while. I need to go back and watch them. Throw them on when I go to bed or something.
Yeah.
Paramount schedule update confirms that in 2024 we are getting a Smile 2.
You know what? I really like Smile. I wasn't the biggest fan.
Dude, it was a fun movie. I didn't like the fact you didn't get. Remember, my complaint was that you didn't get enough information of where it all came from.
Yeah, which some movies don't need that, but I think Smile is one of the ones that do. But maybe we'll get that. Maybe we'll get that with the second one.
I don't need a lot of it. I even made it very clear. Yeah. I just need a little bit.
Maybe the second one will get that.
Yeah, that's why I want a second one. I'm down for it. Yeah. Hey, Chris, your favorite movie for 2 nights only is going to be back at the movie theater.
Is it The Witch that come back?
It's going to be 875 locations across 24 countries.
What movie is it? What are they?
Britney Spears' Crossroads will be hitting the theaters for its 20th anniversary.
I forgot about that movie. Yeah.
I used to work at Blockbuster.
Yeah.
This is how long ago, how old this movie is, right? I worked at Blockbuster when this movie came out. And someone's like, what? Came in to ask for it. And they go, where's Crossroads? I go, it's in drama because their acting makes you cry. And nobody got the joke. Like, only one person got the joke. And she's like, that's not funny. It's like, yeah.
Have you seen maybe it's awful, but it's coming back, so I guess people can go see it if they want to. I don't see myself going to the theater for that, unless you force me to, which I bet you can do.
Are you ready to believe in Kevin Bacon more?
I'm not sure it's possible. I'm a Baconator all the way. What's up?
Kevin Bacon bought a haunted house on the condition that he would destroy it and to avoid being possessed. Now, the property he purchased, Bacon and his wife agreed to tear down the haunted house soon after buying it. The haunted house had a backstory involving a Native American who was murdered by a colony soldier and a paranormal investigators who were called in at one point. Fortunately, Bacon and his wife avoided any possession-related mishaps unless he is possessed.
Kira Sedgwick and Bacon were like, we're getting rid of this shit. So...
All right, let me go through, give me just a second here.
Yeah.
And I'm doing this because you'll understand why I'm doing this, and you can edit this part out.
Yeah, of course I will.
Drive-ins. We'll do this real quick.
Yeah.
Drive-ins are celebrating their 90th anniversary, and they're doing it by allowing you to come out, and they're going to have all the horror classics.
Oh, nice.
Going to be out across drive-ins. So look for your local drive-in. Try to figure out exactly what you want to go look at.
I mean, they gotta have Friday. They gotta have Friday the 13th there, right? That's a drive-in movie.
Has to be. Oh, Amazon Prime Video is going to add commercials.
I'm sure they will. I think there's a Netflix going to do that too, but like a different tier of prices.
Yeah. Monster Squad is getting a Blu-ray.
Yeah.
4K. I should say 4K Blu-ray. Yeah. 13 Going on 30 is getting its own musical.
I saw the Legally Blonde musical not too long ago, which is pretty fun.
What's that?
I saw the Legally Blonde musical a couple months ago.
Oh, really? Did you?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
That's cute.
All right. The Golden Globes are getting 2 new categories added. The cinematic and box office achievement. Let's see where they at. I read them earlier. Now I can't remember what the hell it was. Nominees for the highest grade. All right. So, the Golden Globe for cinematic and box office achievement will be revolve around the highest grossing and most viewed films with an emphasis on global impact. That's one. And then the best performance of a stand-up comedy on television award celebrates comedic performances in stand-up.
So basically, the Netflix special is awesome. Like when we make it.
Basically, they're adding all the stuff for Netflix to be added to.
Okay, cool.
Cottonmouth Western starring Isaiah Morales, Ron Perlman, and Eric Nelson is starting filming in Oklahoma next month. Now that the strike is coming to an end. All right. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready for it. Give it to me, baby.
Chris, do you like new scripts?
Yeah, I like new scripts.
Cool. Star Trek 4 is officially now on track to be completely finished and done.
Yeah, everyone's talking about
with their new script and writer and director Lindsay Anderson Beer. Cool. Hey, Chris, do you like new scripts?
Yeah, I like new scripts. What?
All right. Psychera 3 is happening. Production is now continued after the strike is coming to an end.
What movie?
So they can finish to make that movie.
Which one's that again?
Hey, Chris. Psychora?
Okay.
With Del Toro.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Sicario.
Sicario. Sicario. Sicario 3. I'm sorry. I mispronounce words, guys. It's okay. It's because my sister beat me a lot as a child. Anyway, Chris, do you like new scripts?
Yeah, I like new scripts.
Okay, a sequel to the movie Election with Reese Witherspoon gets a positive update from director after the strike has stopped.
Alexander Payne. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like new scripts?
I like new scripts.
All right. Spawn, the reboot is now coming to an end, finishing on the script because the strike is over. This is what I said. I had a bunch of these because the strike is now coming to an end. Yeah. All these people are getting back to work on these scripts of movies that we all want to hear.
Do you think anyone sat down at their computer and was like, I'm going to write something, but not tell anyone? You know, like some people.
I'm sure plenty of them did. I'm sure plenty of them did. All right, here we go, Chris. Saw sequels are being planned beyond Saw 10 because it's already made so much money and has the highest rating on Rotten Tomatoes from a Saw movie ever.
Just so you guys know, we're seeing it, but we're seeing that when next week.
We're seeing it in October. We're not seeing it this weekend. We missed Expendables 4 too somehow.
Sorry, man.
Got to see Expendable 4s. All right, last two stories. Ryan Reynolds is to be honored with the Robin Williams Legacy of Laughter Award. Someone who deserves it better than him.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna come up there. I know he'd be super humble about it because Ryan Reynolds is just amazing that way. But
yeah. So the Ryan Williams will receive the Robin Williams Legacy of Laughter Award, the 11th annual gala for bringing change to mind. The award pays tribute to Williams and is presented annually by his children. The event will feature performances by Reba McEntire, Amy Schumer, as well as auction of items, including a guitar signed by Travis Kelce's new girlfriend, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, you know what's crazy about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift? When they found out that Travis Kelce was Taylor Swift, it's like all you can see is like we're dating Taylor Swift. Like everyone there, like they're acting like they're dating her, and I think it's weird.
It's not weird because that's Travis Kelce, and he's won 2 Super Bowls.
He
has done the peak of what you can do in his thing that he does.
And he's with the person who sold the most tickets and albums, I think, like, you can imagine.
Of all time, literally, I think of all time. Except for she couldn't sell out AT&T Stadium with 100,000 people like Metallica did. Oh, Metallica for the win!
Yeah, but I gotta say, I really, really respect Taylor Swift as an artist, especially after she paid all the people that worked on her tour like $10,000.
Oh, dude, yes, I respect her fucking hardcore.
Yeah, she's the best.
She's the best. She's a good person. I hear nothing but good things about her.
Yeah.
So I've never met her, but I've heard nothing. Now the last story of the day is not a big story for you.
It's for you,
but for all the wrestling fans that listen to us here at.
I think we have some, right? We got some wrestling fans that listen to this.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm one of them.
Yeah.
But here it is, guys. AEW, All Elite Wrestling, has just signed a deal with HBO Max and is now going to be on HBO Max. How WWE and their pay-per-views are on Peacock and all their back catalog is on Peacock, that same thing is now going to come to fruition with AEW. But AEW also owns the right to Ring of Honor, some Impact events, and also New Japan Wrestling.
Oh, so you get to see that shit now.
So this stuff is all going to be all together on HBO Max now. So the new home, it starts in 2024. Now, they already work for Warner because Warner bought TBS and TNT years ago. And all that stuff a long time ago. So they already work with them. But that is awesome. I don't know how much more you can literally talk about for a wrestling fan, because right now, if I want to go see an AEW wrestling match that I missed or that I want to see again from like, say, 2 years ago, there's nowhere to go see it. I'd have to deep dive into YouTube. I'd have to figure out what episode of what it was on. There's nowhere to rewatch. And with wrestling fans, rewatching shit is like literally one of our major things. That is the Movies Don't Suck and Something News. I read stuff to Chris because he's blind in both eyes because one time he saw his mother naked.
That's 100% true. True story. 100% true story. But Dumb Money. Dumb Money, directed by Craig Gillespie. Craig Gillespie has directed such things as Cruella, Pam and Tommy, and with I, Tonya, directed I, Tonya. One of the first things we talked about on the podcast, in fact. I, Tonya.
Yes.
And we love it. This is written by Lauren Schuker Bloom and Rebecca Angelo and Ben Resnick. Lauren and Rebecca worked on Orange is the New Black. They're also writing the upcoming Wolfman and Bride movies, Chippendale, all that. And then Ben Mesrick he wrote The Social Network, and that's Dumb Money is based on a book by Ben Mesrick, and this stars the inimitable, the sexy, a sex symbol himself, Paul Dano.
Not how this was supposed to go.
Also, another sex symbol, Pete Davidson.
When I used to live with my mom, I just thought she was annoying.
Also, Vincent D'Onofrio has played C. Cohen. America Ferrera is Ginny in this.
Just kill yourself.
Also stars Mahala Harold as Riri. Nick Offerman as King Griffin.
This isn't a steak. Why would you call it that on your menu?
Also, Anthony Ramos as Marcus Barcia. Seth Rogen as Gabe Plotkin.
Hey!
Look, Fred.
Oh, yeah, look.
What's the problem?
I'll tell you the problem.
What?
You're the problem, man.
Also, Talia Ryder as Harmony Williams. Sebastian Stan as Vlad Teniv.
I just started to feel pain.
Shailene Woodley as Carolyn Gill.
I just started to feel pain.
Just get going.
Listening to myself talk to you.
No, that's because you're in my suffer zone.
Also, Kate Burton as Elaine Gill. Clancy Brown as Steve Gill. And why don't you go ahead and read the storyline for this one, Neil? Jesus Christ.
By the way, if you haven't looked at your screen in a while,
they're there.
There they all are.
Yeah.
Like literally, this cast was like the hugest cast of stacked. This movie was just stacked.
Yeah.
All right, let's read this nice, lovely storyline. Dumb Money is the ultimate David versus Goliath tale based on the insane true story of everyday people who flipped the script on Wall Street and got rich by turning GameStop, yes, the mall video game store, into the world's hottest company. In the middle of everything is a regular guy, Keith Gill, who starts it all by sinking his life savings into a stock and posting about it. When his social posts start blowing up, so does his life and the lives of everyone following him. As a stock tip becomes a movement, everyone gets rich until the billionaires fight back and both sides find their worlds turned upside down.
So, Neil, were you an active member of Reddit when this went down?
Yes, I was.
I was too. And so I had a friend who actually I'm going to tell you, I'm going to gender them because I don't want to give it away.
Yeah, understandable.
But they this is after all this stuff went down, and they invested so much money in GameStop, but they obviously they did it too late. But they were spending money left and right. They were giving people $50 tips on food and shit like that. I'm like, what is going on? But and me and Leah, we put a couple $100 in GameStop, but yeah, that's what it is. But this movie is, when it comes to movie making, this is a fun fucking movie.
This is a fun movie. Okay, now let's talk about this for 5 seconds. Yeah. I did not get in on GameStop. I got in on AMC, and I did make a little bit of money off of it.
Yeah,
I made a little bit, not much, not much, nothing to. I mean, enough to fix your car if you needed, but not enough to buy a new car. You know, but exactly, I have to agree with you. This movie is just fun as, even if you don't understand a goddamn thing about finances, it does not matter.
It doesn't.
This movie is so much fun.
Yeah, and it's
like scenario. Not a spoiler. That's kind of just a scenario in the movie. There's a part that Seth Rogen, his character, has to run back and forth to his mansions.
Yeah,
with a neighbor's mansion in the way, and that just to me was just like good physical humor, and this movie is something like that. It's a lot of humor, but a really good story at the heart of it.
Yeah. So, and there's a movie, the book you can read to get more in depth on it, but for the most part, also at the end they show the real people, which they needed to. Why wouldn't you do that? Yeah, like I was transfixed. It was very funny. Lots of laughing going on. Very kinetic. Even if that stuff sounds boring to you, they still keep it really snappy. They still keep it really going for you. I think it's a crime this movie's not higher at the box office, because it's a fucking quality ass movie. I really do. I think
this is a movie that I think this is what's going to happen with this movie. I think it's going to be one of those movies that 3 years, like The Nice Guys.
Yeah. Dude, Nice Guys is now finally getting its due. Right now, it's finally getting its due.
It's now finally getting its due. I think this is one of those movies that's going to hit the streaming networks, and that's when everybody's going to be like, oh, this is such a great movie. Have you seen Dumb Money?
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be one of those. It's not going to be one. And this is the thing. People just don't go to the theater anymore, man.
Dude, I love going to the theater. I love it. Absolutely.
I do too. I love going to the theater because guess what? For 2 hours, everybody has to shut the fuck up, put their goddamn phones down, and just pay attention to what's going on in front of you. Like, even at a concert or a wrestling event or anything like that, people don't do that. So anyways, and I'm one of them too. I take pictures, trying to get everything I can for what I'm doing. But it's literally, it's one of those movies that it is just so much fun. And if we don't go to theaters to see movies like this, we're going to lose movies like this at theaters.
And movies like this, the stat cast, like, I don't know how you can feel, how you can not get into this, because I really, really enjoyed this movie. I really did. It's
Paul Dano. Let's talk about Paul Dano for a second.
So good. God
just
damn.
Every character he has done. I mean, we can go through his whole resume.
I mean, at first I saw Little Miss Sunshine, and then I've just seen him in everything else.
Little Miss Sunshine, not even just Little Miss Sunshine. 12 Years a Slave.
There will be blood, dude. The Eli Sunday, dude.
I know.
One of the best characters ever. Like, honestly.
Swiss Army Man. Swiss Army Man.
Swiss Army Man.
Like,
dude.
the guy just like. There is not too many. The Guilty.
The Fablemans.
The Fablemans. Like, literally, the guy just knocks these movies. Looper, even. Like, he was good in Looper.
Yeah, he's good in Looper.
Like, these are movies that he just knocks out. Like,
I forgot he's in Prisoners, dude. Fuck.
Taking Woodstock. I totally forgot about Taking Woodstock. That was a great movie. Paul Dano is just, we don't deserve him. I don't think we deserve him on this planet. I really don't. I think he's just a good dude, and and if you watch interviews of him, which I have to after I get done watching these movies, because I'm
Yeah.
Getting clips and figuring out what's the best way to describe things, stuff like that. I watched a lot of clips of this dude in the last couple of days.
Neil showed me one where it's Paul Dano doing the ABCs.
Yeah, dude, I sent you one that Paul Dano doing the ABCs. The guy is just he seems like he's just a good down to earth dude. He's kind of dude I want to have a beer with, like talk stories with, and just I'd probably want to play like a board game with him. He seems like a board game guy I'd play, But
whip ass and chess.
Yeah. Paul Dano, Pete Davidson, of course, played a high dude.
He played Pete Davidson basically in this movie.
Yeah,
and he was perfect for the role. He
was perfectly for the role. Like him and Paul Despot. America was great in her role as the nurse. Living in the hard times. Nick Offerman, Seth Rogen, Sebastian Stan all played the rich guys, and they played them so awesomely.
Talia Ryer and Mahalo Harold, that couple and the college couple, you felt their love. I loved Anthony Ramos's character, Marcus. God, I loved him so much. And even Vincent D'Onofrio, which I didn't recognize him in this. I didn't recognize.
I know for a second I didn't. I was like, oh, that's Vincent.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh shit, man, you got kind of a belly going on there, man. But that's okay. I do too. I get it. Yeah. You get up there in age, it's hard to keep the weight off.
Yeah.
I get it.
And then Shailene Woodley was her part, but even Clancy Brown. But it's a fun movie, man, and it gets gets you pumping your fist. Also, Paul Dano just fucking as Keith Gill as Roaring Kitty, man. Like, just, it's a fun fucking movie, dude. And
but you know who doesn't think it's fun? The fun fact that I got up now, bro.
Oh,
Ken Griffin, the guy who's portrayed by Nick Offerman, is actually in a nasty behind-the-scenes legal fight with Sony Pictures over his the way he's appeared in Dumb Money. He has hired 2 law firms at this time to fight.
Well, what's he gonna do? It's just it's a movie. But
it's like, dude, come on, man. It's like, come on. A movie is a movie. Just like I just realized I spelled law firms wrong.
Oh, you're fixing that now?
Yeah. That's what happens when you do these at like 3:00 in the morning. But man, I mean, this was a good movie based off of a real thing that really happened.
Yeah.
I mean, I got in on the AMC short squeeze when that was going on, and made a lot of poor people some money, dude. I mean, some good real money.
Yeah,
and
it's insane. Like it was Wall Street now has to pay attention to fucking Reddit now to see what's gonna happen.
I know, and there's a great line in this movie, and I it's not really a spoiler, but it's because it is what really happened in real life, where he is like, it gave people for so many years now. Wall Street is like a far cry from people. It's like people don't understand it unless you really like study it and get into it. And it's like the GameStop thing was the first time in a long time where people that were poor felt like they had a chance to get the money that they needed.
So I was watching this, and every 30 minutes you over me, you go, I remember that. Because because there's stuff in here that would made ways.
It's historical. It is a historical fact that most of this stuff happened. I'll give you some quotes, and let's get into our rating of this movie.
Yeah.
Just making sure I'm starting correctly. Sorry, it's kind of weird because the other movie only had like 3 quotes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm here and nothing is happening. One guy is driving all the buying. Who? A kitty. Who is the guy? I don't know, but I think I just came a little bit. You never bet against Wall Street. I know more about this company than myself. I'm going to choose a stock and talk about this week, and that stock is GameStop. I wasn't I want to know what Luke Wilson from the Royal Tenenbaums tell me where to invest my money. I did that one just for you, buddy.
Thank you, pal.
I didn't write it down correctly because I didn't hear it all until it said Royal Tenenbaums, and I was like, yeah. That's I had to write that one. All right. You're never gonna date Puff Daddy. Nobody calls him Puff Daddy, at least since the 90s. We've been shorting GameStop since 2014. This asshole thinks he is Jimmy Buffett. Don't you mean Warren Buffett? What kind of company closes down because the government tells them to?
Right.
You ever heard of a short squeeze? Is that kind of like a sexual thing? It's about class warfare. We are the hyenas, but enough of us get together and we can take down a lion. When the music stops, someone will be left without a seat. Nobody wants your baby. Don't get addicted to this. It's just like a drug. I noticed there's stuff I wrote down.
Yeah.
Because I noticed there's certain things that kind of ruin certain parts of it that aren't public knowledge. Say it with me now. Say it with me now, Chris. Are you ready? Are you gonna say it with me? Where's my pussy at? He said, run naked. It's a metaphor. I want to see you run naked, though. Let's see. Fuck you, Ken Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let me say that again. Fuck you, Ken Griffin. All right, cool. A lot of people think the system is broken. As for me, I just like the stock.
Yeah. All right, guys. Neil, what's your... Oh, yeah, more.
Oh, wait. One more.
Okay, one more.
I just want you to know, honey, you're a fucking gangster. Literally. Great movie, great lines. Fucking go see it. 4.2 easily.
Yeah,
this is a great fucking movie.
I'm with you on that, dude.
Maybe higher. You know what? I'm going to give it a 4.3. I love this movie.
Okay.
This is probably going to be in my top 10 at the end of the year.
It's a fun movie.
I fucking love the acting in it. Everybody got along great in it. And to be honest, this was just one of those movies that I love movies like this. I felt good at the end. The bad guy loses. It's one of those movies that it just makes you feel good.
Yeah, it's just it works, man. It works. All this works together. I laughed. I walked out. Felt good. It's a crime this is not higher at the box office because it's so well made, dude. It's so well made. But
it's so well made. I have not stopped saying its praise since I saw it. Like, this is one of those movies that sometimes you just got to go and grab a nice frosty beverage and drink to it.
All right, man. On What's the audience score for Dumb Money? Neil's drinking. Yes, I should have waited till he was done taking that. But yeah,
that was for Roaring Kitty right there. Because he always used to drink while he was doing that.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
86. No, sorry. What is the audience score for this one?
86%.
There you go. Good job. Yeah. All right. Sorry.
I have good earphones.
Yeah. What's the critic score for Dumb Money on RottenTomatoes.com?
Ah, man, critics are bitch. 86% for the audience. So let's see, 91.
84% certified fresh.
Oh, they went lower actually. Yeah. Damn, I thought they'd go higher.
Criticism is Dumb Money's crowd-pleasing dramatization of Dumb Money's crowd-pleasing dramatization of real-life stock hijinks made it tell the complete story, but it's rousingly entertaining nonetheless. Right? I'll give a bad review and a good review of this movie. This is from Steven Silver of the 50th Bin Hiked. He says, takes the story in which a group of people were seeing the popular imagination as scrappy underdogs, doesn't really do anything to question or interrogate that. Whatever. This is but from Kim Mar to the Times UK. He says, sounds dry and simplistic, but the script from Lauren Schuker Bloom and Rebecca Angelo is vivid and visceral, and cinema brings the stultifying grimness of the central pandemic time block back to painful life. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah, but yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so I'll do this one actually. Okay, that was this. Peter Travers, the ABC News says, Paul Dano excels in this true tale of how little guy investors took down billionaire Wall Streeters, called a slapstick tragedy with a windfall of laughs. Right? Paul Dano's great in this. Everyone's great in this. Go see Dumb Money. That's your theater. That's our theater movie, and we hope you guys go see this movie because it needs to get seen. I feel like it
is one of those movies that just needs to be seen.
Yep. All right.
Because like literally, I'm not gonna lie. I don't, dude. It's gonna be so hard at the end of this year to figure out. We
saw some really fucking good movies this year.
We saw some really good movies. There's movies we didn't even see that are still good movies that we didn't see. That there's one movie I saw that was not on our anything that we've done. That literally I think is one of the best movies the entire year. And as soon as I remember what that movie is, I'll tell you what it was.
Yeah, please. Yeah. I'm still like over the moon about talk to me, dude. Anyway, yeah, that's Dumb Money. Next week we're doing The Creator, and I'm not sure what the stream movie is. We'll do something, but The Creator is next week, right?
The Creator for sure. I mean, we want to do Saw 10. We're going to do that sooner or later. But we know that's going to last to the Halloween season, so we're not going to just freak out and go see it right now. The Creator is the one we kind of want to put on our image on for this week, and then we'll find something. I know there's plenty of movies out there that we have not watched in this past year. That like literally we got to try to get those in because Chris, it's only 2 months away, bro.
Fuck.
We are 2 months away from freaking, and 2 months. So altogether, we only have 9 more episodes until we have to do the top 10.
God, so
9 more episodes. So we got to fit in movies that we think is going to be on that top 10.
We'll talk to Mark again this year too, Mark. Over Radowich and Broadcasting, Mark Radowich.
I know, and Mark has not once messaged me for a wrestling podcast all year long. I feel really sad about that.
You've been on there, though.
I know, I'm on there quite often, to be honest.
All right, guys. You can find us online at newsdonesuck.net. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/newsdonesuck podcast. We're on w2mnet.com. That's W2 M as in movies net.com. Find our podcast there and find a bunch of really great ones. You can find us on X at MTS Podcast or on Instagram at MTS Podcast. We'll go to patreon.com/newsdonesuck. Join our Patreon. We love you. Go to bonfire.com/newsdonesuck. Something to do. You guys want merch? We're also, if you guys want to subscribe, do that. If you're on Facebook, go and like that page on YouTube, hit that little red subscribe button. And where you find podcasts, you can find Movies Don't Suck and Something to Do. Neil, what do you do for small businesses?
If you have a small business, would be more than happy to promote you right here on the podcast. It doesn't matter what state you're from. It doesn't matter if you're in Tulsa. It doesn't matter if you're in Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Indiana, Chicago, Illinois. Australia. We don't care. We will promote you to our thousands of listeners, our millions of followers right here on Movies Don't Suck and Something to Do, just to get your name out there. And guess how much you got to pay us? Nothing.
Zero.
Not a dime. Not anything. Because we like doing this to help other people out locally in our neighborhoods and places here in the world that we live.
Yeah. All right. Are you good, man?
I don't know, man. I mean, I wish I had more Mountain Dew hard seltzer, man.
I'm
That's
starving,
some good shit.
Dude. I gotta get some food.
I know, me too. Oh my god, I ate like a bowl of cereal this morning. That's all I've had.
Yeah, I had an apple. So.
Yeah, right. Oh my gosh.
All right.
Let's hit it. That's another episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do. My name's Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And remember, guys, girls, and all the listeners out there, sometimes in life, we're going to get dumb money and we're going to spend it. But remember, when you spend it all and there's not $1 left, no one will be there to save you. Have a good night.